Well, John, it's Carlisle away this coming Saturday. I think probably our longest trip of the season. Mark Hughes has gone in there recently. What's the kind of record like against Mark Hughes?
Not really played against them much, to be honest. I think in competitive games, I think we played against Bradford in the League Cup and then in the league. Well, that's about it. No, I haven't played much against them, but obviously he's got a wealth of experience. And was an unbelievable player as well. So
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it'd be good to come up against them and hopefully pit our wits and see what we can do.
Carlisle need the points. We're looking for the points as well. The fact that we need to win the game, they might have to be a bit more open, a bit more fluid. Will that play into our hands, or don't you really know until we kick off?
Well, you have to see what they line up, what their objectives are. Obviously you'd have to think they're desperate to win, and we've got to go in there with a mentality that we want to win as well. And so it might be a bit of cat and mouse. Who goes gung-go first? But we've done our homework on Carlisle, as I'm sure they'll have done their homework on us. So the lads are slowly starting to fall into a way of playing that can suit us. It has to be high tempo, it has to be high energy. I think we've seen that quite a bit in the last two games. And we've got to try and step that on even further and add a bit of quality to that, because I think just a little bit of quality at vital times has just let us down since I've been here, and I'm watching the games prior to me coming here as well. So that's something that we'd like to brush up on.
And just a bit of housekeeping, does anyone come into the squad? Is anyone going to miss out, or is it as you were from Saturday?
I think Joe Boday's fit. I'm not sure. I think we had a couple of them training. So we had Marcus, Gills and Johnny Williams and Connor Masterson doing a bit of training today. So they were out on the grass with us, so I don't think they'll be too far away.
Okay. John, thank you. Matt, all yours.
Just quickly, Aaron Rose, whereabouts is he? What did you say?
He's in the squad, yeah.
He's in the squad.
Yeah.
Just thinking about Carlisle, you mentioned them already. I think word coming from their camp is they need to start winning, and they need to start winning right now. Does that play into your hands at all in terms of being able to play with more freedom?
I'm not sure about that. You are playing against a team who's desperate to win, but we are as well. So it's not as if it's like a one-way process. This, we haven't been on a great run. Performances have improved, but that hasn't mirrored in the results. And there's a couple of reasons for that as well. That are out of our hands. But we've just got to keep believing, keep going, and if we play the way we have done the last two games, particularly in the second half on Saturday, it gives you the better chance of winning the game. But there's no guarantees about winning games of football. There's loads of variables, and we have to be able to capitalise on any errors they make and try to avoid the errors ourselves to give them a leg up.
Obviously you've worked hard with the players, they've been working hard for you. How far do you think you're down that road of getting them to where you want to be as a squad or as a level?
I think they understand our mentality, and trying to get that into players isn't easy, but I think they're getting it. I think they're disappointed in themselves that they haven't produced better results. So it's not like they're burying their heads in the sand. I think they're keen to win. I think they're keen to win for the fans, both home and away. And I think we have to improve the quality. I know the quality is in the squad, but we have to produce it more. We have to pass the ball better. We have to create better chances, and then we have to take our chances when they do present themselves. And that's something that we need to improve on, particularly the latter two, making and taking chances.
And how much do you think the last two performances have changed the mentality of the players?
I think it's changed the relationship with the players and the fans. And that is a big step. And I think if you've got the fans on side, they'll forgive a lot of things. Fans, I'm a football fan. As a football fan, you're very forgiving. The one thing you won't forgive, or the one thing that you won't forgive, is people not working hard. So that's the first thing that they've got to do, and that should be a given anyway. So it sort of irks me when people get praised for working hard as being a footballer. That should be the minimum requirement.
And looking at the formations you played, have been similar the last 2 games. Have you settled on a tactical formation or an 11 that you think is your best now?
No. Bluntly, no. I think the minute you just say this is the way we play, you get a bit predictable. So we've got 3 or 4 options that we can go with on Saturday. One of them is what we played on Saturday, but the other 3 are equally exciting to me. And we'll go with what we think is right to exploit what we think are the openings that Carlisle could allow us.
And we talked to Max Clark, he was featured in the last 2 games, but not before from you. Are there players that are starting to show their best in that respect as well, that I won't say surprise you, but perhaps are at a lower end and come through?
You know, people will always get opportunities. It's how you take them. And you know, I said to them after the Barrow game, or before the Barrow game actually, that it was a clean slate. Or after the Barrow game, sorry. It was a clean slate, and everyone's got to fight for the shirt, and then when they get the shirt, you've got to fight to keep it. You know, and it is hard work being a footballer, and players have got to appreciate that. And
looking at Carlisle, just I suppose the number of signings they brought in over the transfer window, I think it was 12 players they brought in. Does that make that a bit harder to scout them, to work out what they might be doing on Saturday?
It means they've got a lot of options. But you know, you certainly get a feel about him playing. You know, we've been doing this job quite a long time now, so you get a feel for how a team's mood is, how they set up, how their manager wants to set up. And so you have to take all them into the equation, or put all them into the equation. And that's what I'm saying. Football is such a game that's reliant on so many variables, and you just hoping, not hoping, you've got to try your best to make all the ducks line up in a row at the same time. Sometimes you have to just hope, because you're in the hands of the opposition or a referee or a linesman, so you know, or a slip or a bounce of a ball. So you just got to work hard to try and get things right in your side, so there's no feeling of blame if it goes wrong.
Just, you talked earlier about what the fans expect. Do you think that bond really is coming back between the players and the fans?
It was definitely there the last 2 games. You know, they were singing at the end of the game on Saturday, so that was pleasing for me. And I think they know that we were hard done by. You know, we've got to try and reward them with a win, and that's easier said than done. You know, people just think that they look at the league table and think that's a fait accompli. It's not. You have to work hard to win games of football, particularly away from home.
Still means a lot though, obviously, to them and to you.
It does, yeah. It's going to be a big game for both teams, yeah. Oh, massive. And we've got to be up for it.
John, thank you very much.
Would you say the last 2 performances have been a John Coleman team?
Yeah, I don't really like saying a John Coleman team, because then you're talking in the third person, aren't you? And that's not really my style. Myself and Jimmy over the years, and we've been together all the while we've been managing, we've tried to create an atmosphere where players enjoy coming to work, where they enjoy working hard when they come to work, and they enjoy playing, working hard and playing hard on a Saturday or a Tuesday. So we've tried to create that environment, and it's you can't just wave a magic wand and that appears for you. Players have got to buy into what you're trying to do, and they've got to see a purpose for what you're trying to do. I think a lot of the players are getting to understand those now. And it was reminiscent of teams we've had in the past, of how hard we've worked, and how when we pin teams in, that's the way we pin teams in. So I was seeing, yeah, I have seen signs of Gillingham playing the way myself and Jimmy have moulded teams in the past.
Are you happier now than you were? Because I know you're getting frustrated with those taking probably a bit longer than you hoped for.
I'm a lot happier than I was for the 2 days after the Barrow game. I'm a lot happier now. But I'm still not satisfied. And I think the minute you're satisfied as a manager, particularly when you haven't won, by the way, but the minute you're satisfied, and the minute you're satisfied with draws at home, I know we got a load of bouquets thrown at us on Saturday. We drew at home, and the day I'm happy with a draw at home, I'll pack in football, because that's wrong. In every sense, it's wrong. You can't be satisfied with a draw at home. So while I was pleased with the way we went about the performance, and proud of the way the lads gave their all, I was bitterly disappointed with the result. And
it was strange, so it felt like a win, wasn't it?
I think it felt like a win because the fans and the players got on, give each other something. So that felt like a mini win. But a win's a win, is 3 points. Somehow we've got to get that. Now, I know over the years that everyone will say, oh, yeah, well, you'd sooner play rubbish then and win. Not always the case, because if you get yourself playing in form and playing the way you want to play and playing the way you believe you're going to play and dominating the opposition, even if you don't win, you eventually will win. If you're nicking the odd win here and there, not playing well, that can't last. So I'm all for sustainability, me. I want the points, and I would take one off anyone's backside on Saturday for a 1-0. I'd take that all day, but I still want to be playing well. I still want to be seeing us go forward. I still want to see us give the fans something to cheer about, give the fans something to believe that this is Gillingham, we're a Gillingham team. And Gillingham teams over the years have always pushed you back, worked you hard, pinned you in, and that's what I want to get back to. And I don't want to just be that. I want to be a better version of that, and that's going to take hard work.